Meet our stickman. He walks into a room. He feels completely invisible. He notices everyone else seems to connect easily. He is stuck on the sidelines. He wonders why no one talks to him. Some people seem naturally magnetic. They get attention without trying. But they aren't born that way. They use 5 specific techniques. These techniques make others want to talk to them first. The most powerful one? He is probably doing it wrong right now. It is saved for the very end. Once he fixes it, everything changes. He wants to make people notice him. He wants them to approach him. He wants conversations to start naturally. No forcing. No fake confidence. He used to sit in coffee shops, scrolling through his phone, waiting for someone to notice him. It never happened. He would go to parties, stand in corners, hoping someone would start a conversation. They didn't. He thought, maybe I'm not interesting enough. Maybe I'm not funny enough. Maybe I'm not good looking enough. Then he discovered something shocking. The problem wasn't him. It was what he was doing in the first 3 seconds. The first 3 seconds matter. When he walks into a space, people judge instantly. Not in minutes. Not after talking. Just 3 seconds. Most people do what he used to do. Walk in with head down, eyes on phone, scanning the floor, thinking they are being humble, but really saying, don't talk to me. I'm not available. Leave me alone. Magnetic people walk in differently. Head level, calm, not arrogant. They look around the room naturally. People see them as confident. People see them as approachable. The eyes are important. He makes eye contact with someone, even for a second. He gives a tiny smile or nod. It says, I see you and I'm friendly. A small gesture plants a seed in their mind. Later, they feel comfortable approaching him. He tested this at a bookstore. Instead of hiding behind shelves like usual, he walked in, looked around naturally, made quick eye contact with a few people, smiled slightly. Within 10 minutes, someone asked about the book he was holding. That had never happened before. The difference? He stopped being invisible on purpose. Next, body language. Even if you nail the entrance, your body can ruin everything. He learned this the hard way at a workshop. The instructor asked him to stand in front of everyone. He stood how he always did. Hands in pockets. Shoulders slightly forward. Weight on one leg. Then the instructor asked the group what they thought of him. The answers hurt. Closed off. Nervous. Doesn't want to be bothered. He wasn't trying to look that way. But his body was telling a story he didn't mean to tell. The instructor showed him something simple. Take your hands out of your pockets. Let your arms hang naturally at your sides or rest one on the table. Pull your shoulders back just a little, not stiff, just open. Take a breath and relax your face. He did it. Felt awkward at first, like he was acting. Then the instructor asked the group again. This time they said, more approachable, confident, like a different person. He realized. Your body talks before your mouth does. Arms crossed equals defensive. Hunched over phone equals busy or uninterested. Tense equals people feel it from across the room. Open and relaxed body equals safe and welcoming. People feel they can approach you. And they do. After that workshop, he started paying attention to his posture everywhere. In cafes, he sat with chest open, arms visible, shoulders relaxed. At events, he stood with weight balanced. Not leaning against walls. Not hiding in corners. The change was incredible. People started sitting next to him, asking questions, including him in conversations. All because his body stopped pushing them away. Next, curiosity. Once someone approaches you, or you start a conversation, there's a secret weapon. It makes people instantly like you. It's not being funny or interesting. It's being curious about them. Most people think they need great stories or clever things to say. So they prepare talking points in their head. They wait for their turn to speak. But that is the wrong approach. Magnetic people do the opposite. They ask real questions. Not interview questions. Not surface level stuff like what do you do? They ask things that show real interest. He was at a meetup, sitting next to someone he had never met. Instead of waiting awkwardly, he asked, what brought you here tonight? Simple question, but then he listened. Really listened. The person told him about a project he was working on. Instead of jumping in with his own story, he asked, what's the hardest part about that? The stranger's face lit up. He said, finally, someone who actually gets it. They talked for an hour. He asked for contact info before leaving. Why? Because he made him feel heard. Made him feel important. People are drawn to anyone who makes them feel that way. The trick, be genuinely curious. You don't have to perform. You don't have to be the smartest or funniest person in the room. You just have to care about what the other person is saying. Ask follow-up questions. Nod. React naturally. Let them talk. People will remember you not because of what you said, but because of how you made them feel. Next, silence. This one surprised him more than anything. He used to think, to be magnetic, you had to fill every silence. Keep talking. Keep entertaining. Keep proving you were worth someone's time. He discovered the opposite. Magnetic people are comfortable with silence. They don't panic when a conversation pauses. They don't rush to fill empty space with nervous talking. They just exist calmly, and somehow that makes people want to talk to them even more. He tested this at a library. He sat reading quietly, not forcing anything, not looking around desperately for someone to notice him. He was just present, calm, slightly smiling because he was enjoying his book. A woman sat nearby. A few minutes later, she leaned over. Said, "Is that book good? I've been thinking about reading it." He didn't do anything to make her talk to him. His comfortable silence made him seem approachable, not needy or desperate. There's something magnetic about someone who doesn't need attention, but is open to connection. Here's why this works. When you're comfortable with yourself, people sense it. They don't feel pressure around you. They don't worry about awkwardness or having to entertain you. They relax. Relaxed people are open people. Next, the ultimate technique. Now, the final piece. The one that ties everything together. The technique that makes all the others work even better. Stop waiting for people to validate you. Most people who feel invisible are stuck in a loop. They walk into a room hoping someone will notice them. They stand there waiting for someone to approach them. They measure their worth by whether others talk to them. Magnetic people flip the script. They walk in assuming they belong. They don't wait for permission to exist in the space. They don't need external approval to feel okay. They radiate a different energy. An energy that says, "I'm fine whether you talk to me or not. I'm here and open if you want to." That energy makes people curious. That energy draws them in. When you stop needing attention, you start attracting it. When you stop performing for approval, people actually want to give it to you. It's a strange paradox, but it's true. Walk into your next social situation with this mindset. I'm here to enjoy myself, to be present, to connect if it happens naturally. I don't need anyone's approval to feel good about being here. The moment you stop chasing attention, everyone starts noticing you.